It's the most blatant corner.
Look!
No, I don't know.
Yeah, it went back off Tsimikas.
That's a corner. Why are they giving?
Try and make it.
Yeah, take the 2-2, man.
What minute we on?
90. Yeah, it's disappointing, but yeah.
I mean, I'll take the point, but
Just see
ideally...
the table. Still got time to play.
No, man, that ref's going to blow the whistle straight away.
Yeah. That's full time.
That's it.
2-2.
Full time at the Emirates, 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. Liverpool go second, City go top, Arsenal are in third. 2-2, Arsenal on 18 points, Liverpool on 22, Man City 1 point in front on 23 points. That is it. 2-2, a draw, a well thought out draw. Somewhat I'll ask, it wasn't a boring draw, it boring draw, it was a well thought out draw. Oh, someone's just been yellow carded.
Who?
I think that was probably Jesus, maybe for arguing after the final whistle. Someone's just been yellow carded. We'll get confirmation on who that is in a second. But it's not a loss. It's not a win. We continue. We stay in. The title race is still very early. But it's a shame about the injuries we saw. It's a shame about the amount of players that came off. But I'm proud of the boys. Credit to them. Charlene, start with you. Just thoughts to give us your man of the match as well. Does it stay as Saka like you said from the first half? What do you think of the game? Are you happy with the result? I asked you all before. Would you take a draw? You weren't saying it was a bad result, but you said, no, I wouldn't take a draw before it started. And Jesus is the one, I believe, he's been yellow carded.
And he's still arguing.
But these fucking arrogant refs, man. Listen, I'm not saying that was the worst decision of all time. We need to berate them. But players can't even ask. They're not even allowed to talk to referees after a game and ask them about a decision. The arrogance. You dare challenge me and I'll book you. Yeah. That's not the story of the game. But, I actually think Anthony Taylor had a decent game, to be honest. At no point did I feel he lost control or that he was kind of more one side than another, but it's such an annoying thing that these referees have, this kind of self-importance. Don't you dare talk to me. Anyway, so total side point.
Charlene, your feeling after that, what's the emotion, what's the feeling you feel after seeing this result?
If I'm being completely honest, I feel frustrated in the sense of I feel like we played so well today. We got off in that first half to a flying start, as Mikel Arteta said we would. I feel like we absolutely worked our socks off. Yeah. And it's just the fact that we've been forced into making so many changes with these injuries. I feel like it definitely had an adverse effect on us. Had we not have been forced into that, I feel like we would have definitely have won this game today. I feel like we were the better side. In terms of man of the match, definitely Bukayo Saka for me. He came back flourishing. Absolutely phenomenal performance from him. Great goal. And he played extremely well. Credit to the whole team as well for all the players that did step in and made an impact. I feel like everyone, stepped up to the mark today and really played a good, positive game. And it's just really annoying and frustrating that we didn't manage to get the 3 points because I feel like we did deserve them. And in terms of the injury, I hope and pray that Gabriel isn't in too much of a bad way and all of our players do return back from injury soon. Yeah,
amen to that. Lee, just a feeling, because I like what Charlene said. I think it's frustration because, I don't know, it feels like we could have won that. I don't know, that's how I feel like we could have won that game. Mm-hmm. But is it frustration because we didn't, or is it frustration? Yeah, it's just more disappointing because I think everyone's going to say, oh, you can't have excuses. Yeah. But ultimately, when you're going down to third and fourth choice players and then you've got another kind of task to lose, more players in the game and stuff like that, it's annoying. But for me, I'm very, very annoyed, not with Arsenal. I'm just annoyed with the result because I think we should have won the game. We would have won the game. Look, Liverpool are, they're a good team, but I think they're overhyping of them over the lot, and I've said this all week. I think that they'll be very disappointed, and I think we'll be disappointed. But I do think ultimately at the end of the season, this might be a 2 points that we look back, like Brighton, like Bournemouth, that we look back and we say, well, this is where we didn't win the league. So we can do the. Is that what this feels like to you? Yeah, I mean, because ultimately you're ahead. And you have to just find a way. And look, I know we spoke about it earlier on, but I did think Jorginho should have come on. He probably wouldn't have stopped that goal, but I just think another player in that position, he finds a way to marshal the defence. But look,
I'm nitpicking at such minute things here because, you know, it's at the end of the game and it's, you know, emotions are a bit higher. So, yeah, it's a difficult one, man. It's a difficult one to kind of really analyse.
James, just the overall feeling right now.
You know, we can see the Premier table in front of us. We're 5 points behind Man City. That's a big gap to try and claw back. But there's plenty of time to try and do it. We're still 4 behind Liverpool. You know, we're closer to third, and we are third. We're closer to fourth and fifth, and that kind of battle than we are the title race. Irritatingly, but I do believe we're still in this title race. Look, I'm disappointed because I wanted to and I thought we could win. And Lee was saying something there that's like, it's so true. I kept saying no excuses, no excuses, no excuses. Come on. Like, the problem is, there is a difference between not knowing knowing who's not available and adjusting your team accordingly before the game.
Yeah.
And then having to respond to Timber and Gabriel are massive misses. And it's not just, by the way, Lewis Skelly, well done. Like,
yep,
I thought he did really well.
Done really well.
But you've not just lost 2 players in Timber and Gabriel's quality, but you've lost their profile.
Presence, yeah,
you know,
presence,
you're not that ball over the top. I like to think Gabriel and you know, Timber deal with that.
Yeah.
Now, easy to say because we've been done by the long ball a few times this season, but yeah, I don't know, a range of things. I'm not mad at the team. There wasn't a lack of effort at all.
Yeah.
You know, Saka and Timber got themselves fit for this, wanted to be available, and both ended up having to come off. It just is what it is. You know, I don't know how to feel. I feel deflated and disappointed.
I'm sure. Sorry, I know. You know, James. Even that adding on, I know people are going to speak about the ref and stuff. I actually don't think the ref was that bad. I don't think he was amazing. But I thought
he was fine.
But I look at that penalty incident, and I'm going to say it again. I do think that was a penalty. I don't know if there was a clear enough situation where Konate got a hold of that ball.
Well, the Martinelli
against Martinelli in the first half. I do think that was a kind of situation where it could have been looked at, and VAR should have probably stepped in. And if you go 2-0 up, that's a different situation. So, yeah, but again, you know, we did concede 2 goals, so we do have to look at it and say, okay, fine. Like, you know, we've conceded goals in a game, 2 of them. That's 10 goals in 9 games. So. Yeah, it's overall, it's just real disappointment because I do think we are a better team than Liverpool. I think we showed it even with players missing. Yes, they have players missing as well. So, yeah, it's I just wanted to get the win because I thought, you know, we have to beat Chelsea and we have to beat Newcastle.
Yeah, it's a must.
There's no room.